A Pocket for Corderoy by Don Freeman. Late one summer afternoon, Lisa and her mother took their laundry to the laundromat. As always, on such trips, Lisa carried along her toy bear, Corderoy. The laundromat was a very busy place this hour. "Now, Corderoy, you sit right there and wait for me," Lisa said. "I'm going to help with our wash." Corderoy waited patiently, then suddenly perked up his ears. Lisa's mother was saying, "Be sure to take everything out of your pockets, Lisa. You don't want your precious things to get all wet and soapy." "Pockets?" said Corderoy to himself. "I don't have any pockets." He slid off the chair. "I must go find something to make a pocket out of," he said, and he began to look around. First he came to a pile of fancy towels and washcloths, but nothing that was the right size or color. Then he saw a huge sack full of colorful clothes in a laundry bag. "There ought to be something in there to make a pocket out of," he said. Without hesitating, he climbed inside the bag, which was filled with pieces of wet laundry. The dampness didn't bother Corderoy in the least. "This must be a cave," he said, sighing happily. "I've always wanted to live in a dark, cool cave." When the time came for Lisa to fetch her bear, he was gone. "Oh, Mummy," she exclaimed, "Corderoy isn't here where I left him." "I'm sorry, honey," said her mother, "but the laundromat will be closing soon. We must be getting home." Lisa was reluctant to leave without Corderoy, but her mother insisted. "You can come back tomorrow," she said. "I'm sure he will still be here." As they left, a young woman wearing an artist's beret. As they left, a young man wearing an artist's beret was taking his laundry out of a big bag, the very bag Corderoy had discovered. Before he knew it, Corderoy was being tossed together with all the sheets, shirts, shorts, and slacks inside the dryer. But just as the artist was shutting the glass door, Corderoy tumbled onto the floor. "How in thunder did that bear ever get mixed up with all my things?" the artist wondered. Poor Corderoy was damp all over. "The least I could do for him is give his overalls a good drying," said the man thoughtfully. He unbuttoned Corduroy's shoulder straps and put his overalls in the dryer. Corduroy grew dizzy as he watched the clothes spinning around, but the artist became inspired. "This would make a wonderful painting," he said as he took a sketch pad out of his pocket and began to draw the swirling colors. "I can hardly wait to get back to my studio." Finally, the dryer stopped swirling and the man gathered up the clothes. Then he helped Corduroy put on his warm, dry overalls. All at once, the manager of the laundromat called out, "Closing time, everybody out." Corduroy was gently placed on the top of the washing machine. "I wonder who that bear belongs to," said the artist as he was leaving. "Seems to me he should have his name someplace. He's too fine a fellow to be lost." As soon as the lights turned off, Corduroy began his search again. He was surprised to see something white glowing in the dark. "Maybe it's snow," he said excitedly. "I've always wanted to play in the snow." He accidentally tipped over the open-lidded box and suddenly was covered with soft, slippery soap flakes. Gradually, Corduroy began to slip and slide. "Oh, what fun," he said with a smile. "I've always wanted to ski down a steep mountainside." He landed paws first in an empty laundry basket. "This must be a cage," he said, peeking through the bars. "I've never wanted to live inside a cage, like a bear in the zoo." But now Corderoy felt drowsy, and soon he nodded off to sleep. Next morning, when the manager came to open the store of the laundromat, there was Lisa waiting. "I left something here yesterday," she explained. "May I look around?" "Certainly," said the manager. "My customers are always leaving things." Lisa was searching under the chairs and in back of the washing machines, and then she heard the manager call her. "Is this what you've been looking for, señorita?" Yes, yes, he's my best friend," shouted Lisa as she came running. She reached in and picked Corderoy out of the basket. "So this is where you've been, you little rascal," she said. "It's time I took you home." Lisa thanked the manager and ran out the door and down the street, holding Corderoy tightly in her arms. "I thought I told you to wait for me," she said. "Why did you wander away?" "I went looking for a pocket," Corderoy said. "Oh, Corderoy, why didn't you tell me you wanted a pocket?" asked Lisa, giving him an affectionate squeeze. That very morning, Lisa sewed a pocket on Corderoy's overalls. "And here is the card I've made with your name on it for you to keep tucked inside," she said. "I've always wanted a purple pocket and my name tucked inside," said Corderoy, as he and Lisa nuzzled noses.